All right, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Chamber Chat. My name is Jeff Griffin, president of the Peoria Area Chamber of Commerce, and your host of Chamber Chat. Our guest today is Debbie Gaught with the Fuller Center. Debbie, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, I don't know if I got caught on air or not on air. I don't know how many shows we've done. Tim, do you know how many shows we've done? Asking Tim from behind the magic curtain. A lot. I was going to, but the shows have become very, very popular. Very well viewed by our audience, so thank you guys for that. And it's a great opportunity to learn more about one of our fellow chamber members. So Debbie is with the Fuller Center. Debbie, what's your role at the Fuller Center?
I'm the co-founder and treasurer.
That sounds important.
Oh, yeah, I can make as many titles as I want.
Co-founder and treasurer. So
yes.
you funded and founded.
Yes.
That's good. And when did the Fuller Center start?
We're actually a part of an international organization that was founded by Millard and Linda Fuller. It was founded in 2005 in Americus, Georgia. Greg Woith, who recently died in March, and I co-founded the Illinois Valley chapter in June of 2013.
Okay.
So we've been in Peoria for about 4 years.
So somewhat new, but I've been in Peoria about 4 years. We've got a lot in common there. So tell us what is the mission? What exactly do you guys do at the Fuller Center?
What we do is home repairs for veterans in the Tri-County area. We focus on safety and security of the veteran. We've done projects ranging from one gentleman who had not had running water for 10 years. We've done some others that last March we did one for a couple over in Creve Coeur that their water pipes had frozen in the winter and they had to use their neighbor's water hose in order to bring water jugs back into the house to survive. Right. We've done painting houses for code violations. We also do yard cleanups. We go out and rake the leaves for veterans and also widows of veterans. We partner with Bradley Service on Saturday to do that in key clubs. We also do furnace checks. We go with Fritch Heating, and then we get a grant from Ameren of Illinois to provide furnace checks.
All right, so I want to dive into some of this stuff you just listed off. This is funny how life works out. I used to work at the Veterans Hospital in Dallas, Texas, for a few years, and I was back in my graduate school days. And my job was mostly to match up veterans with services, whether they'd had a stroke or their spouse was in need of respite care, things of that nature. And it amazed me, and I think it's probably still true, of how our veterans are treated in society. The homeless population among veterans is terrible, sinful,
right.
of how many of the men and women who have served our country are now homeless. And you mentioned one of the veterans you guys helped had no running water for 10 years.
Right, and he volunteers at his local church. And they're too proud to ask for help.
That was going to be my question.
Right.
And then maybe a neighbor or somebody alerted you guys of the need and then go into some intervention. So that was my main question of how do we hook up veterans in need with your services?
Well, we do contact all the VFWs on a regular basis, VFWs, American Legions. We go there and talk to them or send out flyers stating when we're going to be offering like the furnace checks and the yard cleanups. Of course, the home repairs are done on a your day-to-day basis. Right. We also meet with public officials, politicians, and they put that on their website too. I know that Senator Kaler, Jahan Gordon, Representative Eunice, they're very well about putting that on their websites for people to see that contact. Mike Brooks at the Peoria County Commission, he also helps us out getting the word out. Facebook is another way. We've also met with...
Oh yeah, tell us about that, because that's people are watching us on Facebook. So
yes.
How do they find you?
ivfullercenter.org. Is our Facebook. We do have a lot of following. Right now we're having a silent auction coming up, so every day I put a new listing of a silent auction item that we...
Right, and this just came out this morning. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think the chamber, we just posted something this morning about a spaghetti dinner coming up. So tell us about that. So before that, give me the website one more time.
www.ivfullercenter.org.
ivfullercenter.org. So if you are a veteran that needs the services, or you know a veteran that needs the services, go to that website and lead you through it. And don't be afraid to contact you if you're a neighbor. I mean, somebody could probably call and say, hey, I know this guy's over here, needs some leaves raked. He's too proud to ask.
Right, or the furnace checks, because now the weather's getting cold, your furnace may not be working, and we also help widows.
Right.
So we can help them out.
And that happens tragically every year. Everybody should get their furnace checked, by the way. And the Veterans is a program for it, but every year we hear of a disaster of carbon monoxide poisoning. So make sure you're getting those furnaces checked right now. Spaghetti dinner, tell us about that.
Yes, that will be November 4th. It's 4 to 7 at the Elks Club, number 1 Elks Drive. What we will have is spaghetti, salad, dessert, and bread, of course. Music will be through the eye, and we've got some amazing auction items. Businesses have been so tremendous in donating this year. Brahms Fur and Fashions gave us a $1,700 leather coat. It's absolutely beautiful. Also a hat. We've gotten over 200 gift cards to area businesses.
Okay.
The 2 girls, Carol Tannhauser and Amber Dixon, have just been absolutely amazing going out, and people have been so willing to donate this year. It's just, we've got baskets for pets. We've got haircut baskets. I mean, it's just, our whole office is just full of items. It's just going to be amazing. You don't have to come to eat. You can just come for the auction itself.
Okay. So, Pasta for Patriots is called.
Yes.
It's November 4th at
Elks.
At the Elks Club, November 4th, and that's listed on your website and Facebook page. And if you're a chamber member, you would have received an email alert this morning. Is this an inaugural event, or do you do this every year?
No, we do this every year. We have 3 major fundraisers a year because we're an all-volunteer organization. We don't take government money. We go out and earn our own funds. We sell T-shirts at the airport, the riverfront, and at Kickback on Fulton. We have Play in Peoria shirts, and then Whiskey Capital of the World shirts, because Peoria, of course, was the whiskey capital of the world. Right. So we sell those shirts as a means of fundraiser. We also work at the Civic Center concession stands. We collect Prairie Farms milk caps, which is an amazing thing. Starbucks partners.
Tell me about that. I don't know about the Prairie Farms milk cap.
It's really cool. Starbucks in the area save, you have a little milk cap on your Prairie Farms milk, and if you peel off the label, there's a code underneath there. We have a family that goes at their home and enters those for us, and you get a nickel a piece, and we've raised over $3,000 for that. So you figure a nickel at $3,000, that's a lot of milk.
That is a lot of milk.
Yeah.
So people can participate just by having a Prairie Farms milk jug at their place of
business. Right, and just enter it on the, there's several organizations on their website, Prairie Farms website. We're one of them, and you can choose us, and we get a nickel for that.
You see, this is why I love doing this show, because I learn, with 1,000 chamber members, I don't always know everything that's going on. You can believe it, right? So I just learned something. But what I didn't, you mentioned Starbucks twisted in there. So Starbucks saves the Prairie Farms for you?
They save the Prairie Farms caps for us, and then I go in every Friday and pick them up, and I take them to the home.
Have you reached out to other restaurants as well?
I've reached out to a couple
private,
others.
locally owned coffee shops that we have in downtown?
I've tried a couple others. I haven't gotten any response, but I'm more than willing to pick them up if people want to save them, because it really is, I mean, it adds up fast, and it's really your garbage that you're just throwing out that we can get for a nickel, and which would help us. But we also have a 5K run on Memorial Day, and then we do a pancake breakfast. So those are the ways that we raise money, and of course grants and things like that.
Every Tim, I think every guest that comes on and talks about a 5K run, I always say I'm going to sign up for that, don't I? We have video record of this, and I never do. I really don't. I don't really run. I don't know if I've run 5K in the last couple of years, but this is Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Through Springdale Cemetery.
All right. Through the cemetery. That'll get me running. I'm signing up for this one. Mark it. Mark my words, Tim Johnson.
I'll send you a flyer.
Our owner of Peoria, CEO of PeoriaLife.com. Hold me accountable to this one, because I promised other people that I've done, but I'm doing this one. I need to have a goal. So I've got plenty of time to sign up. So that is also on your website and Facebook, right? Okay. And pancake breakfast in the spring, where's that going to be?
That is an Applebee's. You can go in. You go into Applebee's, and they provide a cook, and then you serve the food. You also, clean up and things like that. You pre-sell tickets, and then you go in and pay for the number of people that attend.
We've done that before. I know exactly what you're talking about. And how much is the pasta for Patriots?
$7, and then we do give a discount $5 for veterans and children 5 to 12.
You can't, I can't take my family out. I have 2 teenagers. We're gonna come to that as well. $7, you can't beat it, folks. Get to the Fuller Center website, Facebook page. Find out about the pasta for Patriots, November 4th. That's veterans. That's around Veterans Day, right?
Right.
What better time to celebrate our veterans? Are you a veteran?
No, but I have a family. My dad was, and then I have nephews, and my brother were all in the service. My cousin.
And how many volunteers do you guys have locally?
Well, we also are looking for volunteers all the time. We have a branch of volunteers that do the home repairs. We have a branch that does the fundraising. So I would say we probably have 50 to 150 together, but not all, because some of the home repairs, like we went in and did a bathroom. Well, you can't take 50 people in there.
Right.
But when you go out and paint the house, you can
More
take
the
50. Right. And Starbucks is a great partner. They came out and helped us paint a house. There was 17 of us out there. We got it done in a few hours. Notre Dame Key Club went over to Eureka and painted a house for a widow of a veteran.
Right.
So it's just neat how people come out and help. I mean, and the veterans are just so appreciative. I had one lady who, it was just a simple raking her yard, and this kid went over and raked her yard, and she sent me an email. She said when she opened up her door and seen what he had done, she just started crying.
Yeah.
And because it was just, it's little, but it made a big difference to her.
Absolutely. And those are things, we take for granted. I have 2 teenage boys at home, so I've got some free labor. If they want to eat, they have to rake leaves and so forth. That's sometimes more easily said than done. But, and I learned this also in working with veterans, and it's research has proven it. You mentioned young people working with our senior, and not all veterans are senior citizens, I get that. But you mentioned about raking leaves. Say a widow of a veteran has her leaves raked. The interaction between young people and senior citizens is mutually beneficial and
Absolutely.
And just very healthy for the seniors to be around young people, and it's very, very healthy for our young people to learn from their elders.
Yes, and to hear their stories. I mean, their stories are amazing. We met one gentleman who was at Pearl Harbor. We met another one who was at Iwo Jima when the flag went up. It's just, they just sit there and tell you some of their stories, and it's just truly amazing. And it's our way of thanking them for what they did for us. I mean, it's minimal.
And I think that that concept or that lesson can be easily lost on our children, with the texting and the social media and everything going on. But it really is beneficial to make sure they don't become numb to those lessons. And they're still going on. I mean, we have men and women serving across the world right now. So remind your children the importance of thank a veteran. For their service, and constantly do that. It's funny, I don't know, funny, but on my wallpaper on my computer, I've got a picture of my Uncle Art, who was a veteran of Korea and Vietnam. And I keep that picture up there I have in the last 6 months, because when I look at the picture of my Uncle Art, who was a decorated Army colonel, it reminds me that my day-to-day life isn't so difficult, as he served overseas away from his wife and children and so forth.
Absolutely.
And, it's kind of humbles me and keeps me grounded a little bit. It's not always an easy task.
Yeah, they used to sit there and wait for the letters. At least now they have the chatting where you can do over the computer and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So we have actually one of our coworkers, her boyfriend's just got deployed to Afghanistan for the 2nd time. So finding addresses to send care packages and so forth. And it's tough. It's tough on the families, but it's so good. I know there's support groups for the spouses whose loved ones are overseas presently.
Right.
And then there's support groups all the way through the cycle of life here.
The Blue Star Mothers also supports.
Right. So are you guys involved? You mentioned Peoria Airport, the gift shop there. You can buy T-shirts there. Are you guys involved in that honor flight at all?
No, we haven't. We have a lot of veterans in our program that have went on the honor flight, and they just smile, and it's an amazing experience for them. That is
very cool. All right. Now, you mentioned, I want to make sure we cover all the fundraising opportunities. You mentioned about the Prairie Farms, milk caps, no government money, which is, I think, a good thing.
Right. We always get in to see the politicians because we're not asking for money.
Right. It's good. They keep track of these things, right? So, the Civic Center events, what do you guys do? You volunteer to work?
We do the concession stand. We just did the Monster Jam over the weekend. We've done concerts, Riverman games, Bradley games.
So that's on a routine basis.
Right.
Okay.
They have different organizations. I think there's 3 or 4 down there, nonprofits that do it. You go in, you just take over their whole stand. You do the inventory, the cooking, the cleaning, taking the orders. It's a lot of fun.
It can be a lot of fun, right? When you get groups of people together for a common cause. How was that Monster Jam thing? The monster trucks, loud.
Loud.
Are you waking up the eardrums yet?
It's big.
Yeah. That was a great.
Some of those concerts are loud too, but we're thankful for that opportunity because that's something ways to raise the money.
Mm-hmm. All right, tell me about the Kroger card. I've got listed here, charitable organization. I have a Kroger card. I don't know anything about it.
What you can do is go on Kroger's website, and they have different charitable organizations that you can choose.
Okay.
And if you choose our organization, then what we do is we get a quarterly check from them. And it's amazing because at the riverfront this past summer, we promoted that a lot. And our second quarter to third quarter, we went up double because we have one man who acts like he's a carny, and he stands there and yells at people and says, "Do you have a Kroger card?" So we actually doubled in our amount that we received. And the amount that so what they do is they take their sales somehow, and then for the quarter, and then they divide it a percentage of their sales and then give it to the different organizations listed. Right. And so that was very beneficial.
So you go to Kroger's website. If you have a Kroger card, which I know I do, you go to Kroger website.
Choose the organization you wish. A lot of schools are on there, so the parents like to use their school. That's because cool. Yeah, it's really, and it doesn't cost you anything, just a few minutes of your time to go online and do it.
Good. Now you mentioned the riverfront. Do you guys participate in the farmers market or?
Yes, we've done it for about 3 years now. We go down there and we have a table. Sharon gives us a table and we sell T-shirts and mugs down there, playing Peoria mugs, and we're down there every week. It's an amazing experience because you get to meet so many people, and it's such a networking thing too. We've gotten a lot of good contacts down there. We've found veterans who needed help. We've gotten amazing volunteers. Amazing seems to be my favorite word anymore.
It's an amazing word. It's good stuff. So listen, folks, our guest today is Debbie Gaught. She is the co-founder and treasurer for the Fuller Center here in Peoria. And you are watching Chamber Chat at PeoriaLife.com. I'm Jeff Griffin, your host. And I have learned a tremendous amount just the few minutes we visited, and it's really, really inspiring. Fuller Center checks in with veterans, provides home repair, furnace inspections, leaf raking. So if you know a veteran in need, don't be afraid to get to Fuller Center's Facebook page or website, and kind of, you can narc somebody out. You can narc a neighbor out that they need leaf raking. You don't have to be identified, right? You just get the name on the list, and you guys go knocking on the door and get the services.
And they can call, too. Our phone number is 363-3737.
363-3737. Okay. Give Fuller Center a call and help a veteran this time of the year. Good stuff. We have fundraiser coming up November 4th, Pasta for Patriots. You can get your tickets online there. Sign up for that, only $7. For pasta dinner, silent auction items, overflowing.
Right.
And only $5 for veterans.
Exactly,
right?
and
okay,
kids.
Cool. So what led you into this work?
I love volunteering, and I had left a couple organizations, and we found this organization. Greg knew about the Fuller Center, so that's how we got started with the Fuller Center. We contacted them. We went under their 501c3, and they're an amazing organization to work with, and it's just neat.
That's awesome. It's truly inspiring. Well, listen, it's been great having you here on Chamber Chat.
So much.
And I'm glad, thank you for your participation in the Chamber, and anything we can do for you. I want to get some of these mugs and T-shirts down here. Not that we're I need to get some of that on board here, so at least people can see it here at our office and maybe spark some more interest. So
absolutely,
it's a great cause. All right, folks, Jeff Griffin signing off from Chamber Chat here at PeoriaLife.com. Debbie Gaught was our guest with the Fuller Center. Check them out and help your veterans. God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
PeoriaLife.com